All right, so in today's video, we're going to look at how to take some sales data from Google Sheets and build a simple Looker Studio report. And so when you're in the Google Sheet, you can go to Extensions and then Looker Studio and create a report. And then it just wants to verify the sheet you're on. So data, if the first row is headers, so date, name, etc. And then it asks if you want to include any hidden and filtered cells, and if you want to include only a selected range. So I'm going to leave this checked and this unchecked, so it'll grab everything and anything that gets added in the future, and click Create. And then it's pulling up a Looker Studio report for us. And so one thing keep in mind is you do want to make sure you save and share this. Otherwise, if you just X out, it won't save it. So let's just add a title real quick here. So we'll just call this Sales Dashboard. And then let's go ahead and save and share. So acknowledge and save. And now we'll be able to actually view, to share, and etc. So first of all, let's change the theme real quick. So we can maybe pick this edge one. And then let's go ahead and hide that data real quick. Let's go ahead and change the background here. Maybe go to black. We'll change these a little bit. So font color, maybe we can do, we'll keep it white maybe, and then just change the background, maybe something like that. And we can do the same thing here, background, something like that. And then right now these are basically will be our filters. So where we can filter what we want to display, same with date range. But the customer name isn't the most useful. We want to change this to rep and sector. And so let's go ahead and do that. So let's just change this to one of them. And so the way we do that is when you click on this, it pulls open over here. And we have basically two tabs here. So setup and style. And so style is really about how it looks, and the setup is about what's going to happen there. So on these, the control field is what this selection will be. So we could do maybe sales rep here. And if we want to do another one for sector, so then we can copy this and then paste, and then we'll just drag that over here. And then make sure we have this one selected. We can go setup and change this to sector. And there we go. So now these are in place. Go to view. You can see now that we have sector, we have sales rep, and date range. So that's all great, and that's what we need to basically populate the rest of this. So first of all, let's build a quick section for our reps. And so you can see this one's sector right now. So we could just flip this and change this to sales rep. And right now it's basically doing a count. And so on this metric, we could change this to amount there as an example. And there you can see an amount. So this isn't quite showing the way we want it to though. So what if we want to change the chart type? So if we come up here to the top, we can look down through and there's things like scorecards. So maybe we'll add that here in a little bit. We could do a stacked chart. And so then we go back here and let's change the setup. So what if we want like a monthly report? Because this is basically showing our totals, but we could change this dimension and go to date. And so when you get that, you can hit this pencil icon and then we can go to the data type, date and time, and you can see we can display it. So right now it's showing like daily basically. So if we go here, we can change this to maybe like month. And now if we stretch this out a little bit here, you can see we're showing that up. So it's doing like a weird order there. So our first order should be date, month, and ascending. So January, February. Now it's going from January to December. And so you can see we're kind of getting there. So if we scroll up back here, let's go back to style here. And then let's do a total card. And so what that does, we untab it. You can see that just shows where I'm at. So you kind of have to actually select them. So if we do that total card, then it's going to show that no matter where I tab into. So that probably works a little better. So one thing that may happen is your bars might be off. So if your bars in here is like 10, you may notice that you don't have the full year. And so if you just pop that up a couple, you'll see that. And then you can always do this group the rest as other, and you'll see if there's anything that you're not capturing. And then you can just do a bunch of different settings, like you can change the width. So you can make it really wide, really narrow. And so you can kind of really adjust this. So there's a lot of settings here that we're not going to get into, but we're just going to show you a couple quick settings that you can make. So if we come down here, we can go to our legend and change the position maybe to bottom. And then maybe we could center that as well. And then if we scroll back up, maybe show a title for this. And so then we can adjust that here. So we could do sales by rep, something like that. And then you can adjust these if you want to as well. So just like that. And then if we want to change this into a pie chart by rep as well, just show that total, we can come in here. And let's quickly change this to a donut real quick here. And then we'll put that back up. And then let's untab this group the rest as others. And now you can see it's formulating that right now. So let's scroll down and style to legend, maybe make that the bottom as well. And then we could add a title on this one. And then we could do total sales by rep, something like that. And then we can kind of adjust this wherever we want to. So we want to pull it up, make this chart a little bigger. And we can pull this up. And we can make this our rep page. So we can add a new page. And so this first one, we'll come over here and we can name this sales rep. And we can do this one and we could name this one. So let's delete this and actually duplicate our rep one. So then we'll rename and we'll call this sector. And so then you can see page 1, page 2. So if we go to view, now you can see here's our sales rep and sector. Now currently look the same. So we're going to edit our sector. So make sure that one's selected. And then we're basically going to flip these around. So let's do sales by sector and go to setup. And then what we want to do is change that breakdown dimension to sector instead of sales rep. You can see that just flipped. So we may need to go to the style and check out how many series we have. So if we do group the rest as other, let's see here, looks like it does do others. So we may need to up this. So let's look at sector 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. So looks like we have 12. So if we have 12, then that should do it. So if we go in here, 12 series, and then uncheck group the rest as other. And so we go down to our legend. And so this font size, we may need to go a little smaller. Maybe something like 10. And get that to show up in there. So then there's our sales by sector. And then we can swap this one as well. Now this one, it may not work as well with a pie chart. And so let's go to setup and then do our sector. And so you can see this one doesn't maybe work as well. And so we may want to flip this to something like a bar chart. And that may just work better. And then if we come over here, we can do bar, maybe we could do a column as well. Something like that. And then let's make this wider. And then we can go to our style here. And we need 12 bars, I believe, something like that. And then it's already stacking. So this one, collapse that real quick. We can show our data labels here. And this one, we don't really need that legend. So if we come down to legend, we get rid of that. And then if we go to our axis, so this is our x-axis here. So maybe we'll reduce our size there, something like that, just to make it fit a little better. And then now we have our total sales by sector. And then let's add one more tab as a overall. And so if we go to pages, we can duplicate this page. And so this one, if we go to page and manage pages, we'll maybe call this overall. And so we'll put some overall metrics together real quick, and then we'll wind this up. So overall. And so let's see, we're on overall now, so we should be good. And then on this, maybe we'll do overall sales. And so we'll change this to just a regular bar chart like this. And then we'll go to setup, and then we'll get rid of our breakdown dimension. And then there's just our normal. We can go to style, show data labels, and we can adjust this. So maybe we'll go to color and change our color, something like that. And you can adjust a bunch of this stuff. So there's a bunch of different settings in here that you can do. And then let's get rid of the legend on this one. We don't really need that there. And this will just be sales. Let's go up and go to, and then maybe we'll get rid of this one and we'll put some scorecards up top. We'll do add a chart, and then we can do a scorecard, and we can just drop it in right there. And so this is already kind of filling in. Maybe do something like that. We check our setup. There's our dimensions amount. And then if we click here, our aggregation is sum. So we could change this, for example, right now we have amount, we could have total sales, and then you can see that there. And so then we could copy this and paste, and maybe we can make this average. So if we go here, we go aggregation, we do average, and so then we could do average sale. And then on your display format, you can change that as well. So we have different things here. So this is financial. We could do custom number format, and you can see the different ones here. So in this case, we may just want to add a $sign if you like, and we can move those decimal places just like that. Apply, and then we could do the same thing over here. Go to display format, custom, and then we'll just do that same one here and just add a $sign before both. Actually, this probably should be inside. And then we could do something like copy again, paste, and this could be number of sales. So come here, and then this one will be a count. And so then this one will probably just want a regular one like that. And then we change this to number of sales. At this point, we can go back through style and change the style on this. So we can do this, pull this through. And this may have been better to do once instead of all these. And so now, if we go back and look at a view, you can see these are pulling through. So the one thing we want to look at real quick here. So at this point, we're not having a comparison, but if we pull in a date here, so let's just put in, maybe this is our date range. And so if we want to show that comparison, we'll need to come down here to comparison options, comparison date range. If we check this, we'll check previous period, and then it'll automatically kind of determine what that is. And so now we can see we have a down percentage. So if we go to view, and then maybe we can toggle this around, maybe go to this, and you can see that one's up from the previous period. So then we can add that real quick on these other ones. So comparison date range, we'll do previous period, and the same thing here. And now those are all showing those. So at this point, we can even scatter these out a little bit, or make them a little wider. 240 and 240. We can kind of scatter them like that throughout. And so this chart is only showing a certain month because we just have that selected here. And so if we go back to January, and we'll go to the end of the year, now you can see it's bringing all that data in. You can see that there as well. And so it's not showing any comparison because we only have 1 year's worth of data in this report. So then you could finish setting this up here. And so you can keep adjusting things as much as you need. And then you can always go to view and see what that looks like. And you can toggle through the different views you have here. And so that will be it for today's video. There's obviously lots of options, lots of different things that you can do, lots of different charts, lots of different visualizations you can do. I just wanted to give you a quick taste on how to build a simple report in Looker Studio using Google Sheets data. So thanks for watching. Make sure to check out the other videos on our channel for more tutorials on both Google Sheets and AppScript. And as always, have a great day.